we usually do in the first 2 or 3 minutes, and then into photos. It's obviously we're all very excited at Frontier because the response to the tour has just been overwhelming. In fact, the 7th Sydney concert's already sold out today. The 4th Melbourne sold out today. And at this stage, I don't know if we're going to be able to do any more concerts because it looks like Kylie's going to be doing a couple of the major festivals in Europe in summer. As far as the next couple of weeks, Kylie's here is obviously going to rehearse with the band. Set up, this is her first date to Australia for a long, long time. But she's very keen to be here, and it's great to see such a good turnout. And if we could do the photo straight up and then out of the way, and then hopefully everyone will enjoy our press conference. Thanks for coming. Could we please welcome Kylie Minogue? Thank you.
Just right into this one. Just right into this one. Just right down into this one. Just right round into this one. Ready? Thanks, Kylie. Thanks, Kylie.
Okay.
Okay, guys, let's get that away.
Thank you, Chicago. On a small too. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Fire away. I'm ready.
Hi, Kylie, Leonhard from Channel V. Just in regards to the video for Shitty Gang, so many different images of Kylie. Which one is going to win in the end? Is it going to be indie Kylie? Is it going to be dance Kylie? Musically and
I think cute Kylie.
Cute Kylie.
Cute Kylie is kind of the sneakiest one, I think, out of those.
Did you know that Better the Devil You Know has re-entered the charts?
No, I didn't.
So there you go. How does that make you feel?
Very proud. You know, it's come from doing that so long ago, and to have a song that's had a life like that and still going, and I was able to celebrate just in March at the Mardi Gras. It's fantastic.
Excellent. Thank you.
How's life?
Who's it?
Channel 9, how's life?
Life is great. It's truly great. I don't know how much better it could get, to be honest.
Is this where you want it to be? If you could have been back 10 years, projecting forward, is this where you want to be?
I probably couldn't have imagined being here and, you know, doing a press conference to all of you and enjoying the success that's happening right now with the tour and the sales and the response. And of course, I'm still asked all the time, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And it was 10 years ago, it was the same question, and I just didn't quite imagine. I didn't know what to expect. This is immensely pleasing.
What was your reaction when you heard about the ticket sales?
Funnily enough, I got off a flight from LA, and a kind stewardess took care of me. Happened to be a football team on my flight as well, so she said, would you like to wait in this room? I was like, okay. And she said she had tried to get tickets for the show and it was sold out, which was the first that I'd heard of it, because it all happened whilst I was on that flight. And called my mother to let her know I was safe in Australia. And she said she saw on the news that, you know, there was this great response and people camping out. So that's how I found out about it, and I was just blown away. Absolutely thrilled.
Do you think being on the cover of FHM had anything to do with it?
I don't know. Possibly.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it because it's an English publication originally, so it was out a few months ago there.
Have you gotten to wear any of the clothes again since the shoot?
Some of them. the less revealing ones. Yeah.
Where's home now, Kylie?
Sorry?
Where's home? And where do you feel home?
Two places, in all honesty. I have to come back to Australia regularly. And I think if I was living in England and couldn't, for whatever reason, if I wanted to get on a plane the next day and cancel everything, I could do it. If I was living there and had to, save for 3 years, have children taken care of, get time off from work, I would find it a lot more difficult. So Australia will always be home, but my base has been London for such a long time now that, when I get back to my apartment there, that's home as well.
So Kylie, are you rehearsing yet? How's your rehearsal?
I rehearse tomorrow. So,
Can you give us?
I've got, sorry.
Can you give us a hint of what we might expect?
Well, it's the first time that I'm doing theatre shows, so I'm really excited about that. I think years ago when I did tours, which, it's been so long since I did that, it was better to be in arenas because in a way it's less frightening. There's just more people and you can't see them. But to be in theatres is good for now because I'm looking forward to having that interaction with the audience and thanking them in a way for 10 years of support and encouragement.
Is there going to be lots of campy glamour a la Mardi Gras?
I dare say so. Try and stop me. I could try and be very straight and composed, but no. There's a definite flashy zone in the show. We're kind of segmenting it, so it's a way of helping to cover the material from the very beginning and the middle to now.
So is there a bunch of dancers?
If I could have the 40 muscle boys and 6 drag queens that kept me company at the Mardi Gras, I would, but no, it's much smaller than that. I'm sorry?
I'm sure if you asked them that.
Well, I was thinking that for Sydney, I'd love to, this would be news to them, but I'd love it if I could do something special.
What kind of band are you putting together? How big is it? Is it really going to kick bum? What kind of band are you going to have?
Not many of us, but we'll be making a lot of noise. Yeah. What I'm quite often jealous of is people who are in a band at any given moment. If they wanted to go on the road and do shows, they could. That's it. But for me, I have to handpick the musicians, and then we have to get together and spend time and try and work like a unit and become a family for that period of time. So I've got half of the musicians from here and half from England. So let's hope they get along.
Kylie, Nick Cave's been giving you some handy tips over the past couple of years, and he's come in pretty handy on a couple of occasions. Have you spoken to him at all about what you're going to do on this tour and what you're hoping to achieve with it?
No, I didn't really speak to him about what I'd be doing. He knows I am on tour, and I know that if he was here, he'd come and do Wild Rose with me. I think Michael mentioned that I might be doing a couple of the festivals in the UK and Europe, and I think the ones that I'm hoping to do, he's possibly doing as well, so then I'll probably go in his show and do Wild Roses.
Kylie, are you being involved at all with Australian Fashion Week? Are you
I would love to, but I sincerely have no time. I will be panicking as of tomorrow, flying to Melbourne, and there's a lot to organise in 2.5 weeks, which is great. I don't think it's actually, it won't be a panic, it's just good momentum, is what I'm telling myself.
Is there a rumour that you're going to be, strutting with stuff on the catwalk?
God, no. I've done it once before. It's really nerve-wracking. Great big models, and then I come out and knock off my ego.
Does that mean you might get a chance to go and see Danny in Greece?
I'm hoping to see Greece and Adelaide. Just trying to make our schedules meet up.
Do you see yourself as Sandy in Greece production in the future?
I've always seen myself as Sandy. I mean, I'm practically a living, breathing version of her. And the funny thing is, my sister and I were talking about it a while ago in London, and I was just saying how brilliant that is that she's doing it. And she said, yeah, I've always wanted to be Rizzo. And I said, I've always wanted to be Sandy, and I think that in a very kind of general way shows how different we are. So we were laughing about that. It might happen one day that we do it together.
Your 30th birthday in about 2 weeks.
I knew it. I knew it. I'm not thinking about it. I've got too many other things to think about.
So it doesn't concern you at all?
No.
Are you planning to spend that birthday with your family in Melbourne?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm a birthday princess, and when it's my birthday, I'm not one of those people who's quiet about it. I can make it go for 2 or 3 days. But this one will be my best yet, in that I'll have a celebration here, and then when I go back to London, I'll have another birthday party.
So are you having a big party with friends down here, or is that saving that for London?
London will probably be bigger. I think this will be more family affair. But I'm pleased that by chance it happened that I'm in Australia for my 30th birthday.
What do you get Kylie Minogue for a birthday? She's got everything.
I would hate to be buying me a present. That's a good question. I don't know.
Well, here's a chance to hint.
I don't know. I will have to think about it, I'm sure.
How do you believe you're perceived in this country now? Because there's been a whole lot of images you've had, and I think you'd acknowledge that. But how do you think Australians look at you now? Are you proud to know that you are one of ours, or what do you think?
I would hope so. I mean, that's the feeling I've had recently, and that's all I can go by. But yeah, I mean, just the response with the album, to coming home and doing Mardi Gras, doing this tour, I do feel very accepted, and it's something that's hard for me to explain how it makes me feel. I feel very gracious, and I'll be eternally grateful for the time people have given me over the years.
Where does it feel best to do best, in the US or in this country? To know that you've got the #1 album here and your concerts are sold out, or that you're in the US charts and making and selling a lot of records?
US charts you wouldn't find me in, but UK charts.
Yeah, sorry, okay.
I'd say here, yeah.
Kylie, in the future, will you be going back to your dance music roots?
Yeah, we are with the next single. Thank God, because I've done enough promotion to last me the next year. But we're releasing a 12-inch version of Too Far, which I absolutely love. So I'm really pleased that that's coming out with other remixes of tracks from the album. So that's nothing but dance.
You see your audience as being very different nowadays? I mean, you've been through these various phases with the music. I mean, is it a very different audience now, you think?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing who turns up to my show. I don't really know. You know, 10 years ago it was just a sea of 5-year-olds. And then the next show, the parents maybe, or the big brothers, or whoever had to escort the children, kind of getting a bit interested as the show progressed, and, you know, up to doing Tina Park and the Fela Festival in Ireland. It's changed a lot. I'm really pleased that a lot of my audience is around my age. You know, it used to be that they were so much younger. And it's the thing that kills me, and that's a total pleasure, is I get to meet a lot of these people now, and, you know, maybe they're early 20s or something, or my age, or a bit older than me, and it has been 10 years that we've had some kind of connection. So, you know, people say the weirdest things. I used to have Kylie earrings, or they've got all these stories that are just amazing. So when I meet these people, it's brilliant, because if I didn't meet them, it's just this cosmic connection that we've had somewhere, sometime. But as I say, with the shows that we're doing here, I just feel like I'll be meeting the audience as opposed to just playing for the audience, which is what I did years ago.
What do you put that change in audience down to? Is that a change in your musical style? What?
Change in my music, change in me, people growing up, my audience growing with me. You know, pop music's changing, what we would call pop music today. I mean, you can put on the radio and have hip hop next to pop music next to, you know, the genre is really different. So I'm just amazed, to be honest, that I'm have the luck to do what I'm doing, but people have moved with me.
Kylie, is it true these days you prefer to be called Ms. Minogue?
No. Where did you read that?
Oh, it's all over.
People do. I mean, it's
M-I-Z-Z.
Ms.
Ms.
I guess I am. I don't mind it. It's not something I'm not Shirley Bassey. So.
One last question.
Kylie, are you still really nervous about performing? I mean, you've been around for so long, but how do you cope with those nerves before going on stage?
I'm not.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Kylie, just a wave. On.
Can we get away, guys? Can we get away? Can we get away? Okay, thank you. That's great.
Thank you. Thanks, Kylie. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for coming, everyone. I hope that a few of you or all of you who come to see the show can get tickets.
Yeah.
So, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That's a great job, mate. I can't.
Can we do this?